Alright, how are we? All fit and healthy, I hope? My name's Heather and I'll be taking you through a full body 30-minute strength and conditioning workout. So I hope we're all fit and healthy and ready to give it a go. Equipment wise, all you're going to need, barbell, selection of plates. If you haven't got a barbell, dumbbells will be fine, kettlebells will be fine, or some of it can be done body weight, so don't panic, yeah? So if you're not 100% sure, have a flick through, see what of it may apply to you, and then get stuck in. But there'll be a lot of body weight options for those of you who haven't got the equipment, so don't panic. If you're not already warm, please spend time getting warm before you start the workout. We're going to do just a general stretch because I'm already warm from my previous workouts, but I just want to get my whole body stretched out. But please spend the time to make sure you are ready and adequately stretched to get stuck into this next part of the workout. Okay, I'm going to hit play on my playlist, hopefully you get a bit of background noise, and let's get hitting 30 minutes of a workout, shall we? So, let's scratch that. Here we go. Start off big, nice and easy, just simple squatting movement. So squat, one of the functional based movements, we're going to be hitting some squats during this workout. So technique wise, what you're going to need, feet just outside of hip distance, sit down into the squat, driving the knees nice and wide towards the centre toes, and you're keeping the chest lifted and that core locked in nice and tight. From here, travelling lunges. So we're going to take a nice long step backwards, drop that back knee into the lunge position, keeping the chest lifted, and make sure that knee on that front foot doesn't go past toe line. So it's sitting down into it. It's down and up movement rather than a forward and backwards movement. So easing into it already. Now how your legs are feeling today, guys. Hopefully by the end of it, they'll know that they've done a bit of work. From here, easy jacks. So easy jacks. Option is step the jacks out, but keep the knees soft. Get those arms moving overhead. And just keep moving at a nice, easy pace. That's good for you. From here, just going to bring the stretches in. So take the arms out nice and wide, and close, wide, and close. And a big twist and a rotation through the body. We're then going to reach down for the toes to get the hamstrings a little bit warmer. And reach up overhead. So down for the toes. And then up overhead. Go back around into the squats. So we're going to start to just bring slow squats into play. Pure body weight to begin with, just to get our range in check. So we're aiming butt to knee line, and then on the rise, don't lock the knees out at the top, so keep the knees soft. So down into that squat based movement, and rise nice and slowly. From the side position, all you're looking for is pushing the butt back and down, keeping that chest lifted, so you're looking straight ahead, so you're not bringing the chest forwards. Sitting there and then driving up from there. Squeeze your butt on the drive on the way up. Same controlled movement with the lunge, so take the leg back, stay on this one leg to begin with. Stay on the one leg to begin with, shoulders up, back and down, and again, what you're looking for is a nice 90-degree leg on, bend on the front leg, the same on the back, and that knee does not travel with your toes, so you've got a nice straight drop. 10 seconds, and then we're going to change legs. Put my weight into my heel on that front leg. Change sides, so a nice long stride back on the opposite leg, dropping down into it, and driving from there. Good. So control that movement. You should really hit the glutes and the quads. Good. Stay nice and slow. Timing the tension, so we're getting all the muscles firing, contracting to work for stability, and just getting it activated. Nice and steady. Shake it out, do a quick quad stretch, so hold onto your shin, push your hips forward, get your balance, and then from there we're going to change legs. So change legs. How's that feeling? Almost good to go? Reach for the toes, there's hamstrings, back into check. sense. So we're going to be hitting squats first, a little bit of chest, and we'll work our way through from there. Little short snips on everything. But to get the loading into play, what we're going to do is work slow and we'll work with holds. So to begin with, weighted bar, feet just outside the hip distance, squeeze your butt and slow squats, just like in the warm-up we've just done. So slow squats, time under tension. Your weight option comes down to you. You don't have to go too heavy and you can go pure body weight. So it doesn't have to be heavy to actually get the muscles to work. What you've got to do is you've got to be conscious of the squeeze. So squeeze and tension your butt as tight as you can on that rise. Squeeze. Right, the control's going to come in now. Staggered drop. So you go drop and pause, just a fraction. Drop and pause again, just a fraction. Drop to the lowest of your squat and slow rise. So it's three teardrops. So drop and pause. Drop and pause, drop and pause, and then drive. Now it's not going to take a lot of weight for you to really feel that. Quads are loaded, glutes should be working on that rise. Pause it, remember? Pause it, pause it. We're not bouncing, we're getting those little pauses. Nice, can you feel it? Good. Drive through the heels, pushing the feet apart, so we're making sure we're driving the knees wide so they don't start to buckle on the way up or the way down. Getting the inner thighs and the outer thighs working, as well as the quads and the glutes. Right, back under slow tempo, so back to slows. Slow moving, again butt to knee line. Don't lock the joints, so when you're at the top of the rep, your legs remain soft, so the knees do not lock out. Mine are already a little bit distressed. Right, this time, you're going to drop at the bottom, so drop and hold, then rise. Big squeeze, so drop and hold, get the control, then squeeze. Make sure your feet are aligned on the floor, so you've not got one foot further forward than the other. We don't want to rotate and twist our hips. Make sure your stance is set. Back to the slow squat, back to the slow squat. Almost finished with this block. Last seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. So lose that bar for now. Let the quad stretch if you need or want it. Now don't worry if you haven't got a box. I'm going to do some of this. I'm going to do all of this, in fact, chest on the ground. So you don't need to have a box to do any of this chest work. What you might want to do is if you haven't got a bar, you can use plates. If you haven't got a plate or anything to improvise with, do this body weights, do press up boys. Okay, so to begin with, all I'm going to do is standard chest press. So I'm going to lie down, I'm going to get the bar in line with my chest, and I'm going to bring the bar down to chest line, but don't let your elbows touch the floor. So stay a fraction off the floor, hold it there, before you slowly drive up to the top. If you're doing this press up wise, then you can do it on your knees or toes, just follow the same tempo as us, slow on the drop and then pause. So you should be holding your chest just a fraction away from the floor and then slow drive up at the top. So it's time under tension. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Slow and controlled. We hit our legs with the squats. We're hitting our chest with the press ups or the chest press. Make sure you get that pause at the bottom. And then drive up from there. And squeeze the bar as if you're trying to buckle it in the middle. So if you're trying to bend it, remember those elbows shouldn't be resting at the bottom. There should be a fraction off. Right, here's the next one. Quick drop. Again, catch it. Quick press. So quick drop. Catch it. Quick press. Quick drop, catch, press. So the catch is shorter. It's a quicker, it's more snappy movement. If you're doing press ups, exactly the same. Exactly the same. Getting a little bit of pump on the arms. We're changing now to a slow pulse at the bottom. So you go 1, 2, and then a press. So slow down and you go 1, 2, and then a press. Nice, slow, 1, 2, press. Can you feel that? Starting to fight, isn't it? 1, 2, and then press. Good. Now here comes the challenge. You're going to drop and hold. So hold it, hold it. Hold it for as long as you can. Squeeze that bar. Get the chest working. When you're about to drop it, press it up. So press the top. And drop and catch again. You've got one more of these after that. You really start to challenge you. Press when it's getting really tough. Drop and catch. You're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press. Well done. Move the bar. Take a step up. Shake it out. Oh. From here, open the chest nice and wide. Good job so far, guys. Right, next round is all about back. So we've got deadlifts and dead rows. So deadlifts, dead rows, maybe a few clean and press. We'll see how we go when we get there. So weight on the bar, entirely up to you. So make sure you've got something to grab hold of. Again, you can do this dumbbells or kettlebell. We're flying through this, we've got a lot to pack in. So to begin with, drop and hold, standard deadlift to the kneecaps, and then back up from there. Drop and hold. Nice strong lifting position, so I'm pushing my butt towards behind me, keeping the bar nice and close to my thighs, keeping it nice straight back, and looking straight ahead. This is less about the weight and more about the muscle. So what we're trying to do today is squeeze everything. I want you to feel it in every muscle it's supposed to hit. So if you're pulling your shoulders back, keeping those in place, you'll feel it a little bit in your upper back. If you're hinging at the hips, you'll feel it in your lower back. And if you're tensing your butt, as you rise, you'll feel it in the glutes. From here, we're going to change it to a row. So you're going to go to knees, belly, knees, and rise. Knees, belly, knees, rise. Keeping the elbows in nice and tight. And again, just like I said on the chest one, try and pull the bar as if you're trying to wrap it around you and buckle it in the middle. That's going to get your lats and trap activation. So again, back muscles. From here, technique on a slow clean and press. So we're going to bring it up to chest and then flip the elbows under. Slight knee bend as you catch it and drive it overhead. Slight knee bend and then release. So we're going to go from here, catch and press, and then you're going to catch it with that knee bend and release. Now keep it nice and slow to begin with. Nice and slow to begin with. Now again, don't lean back and keep the bar incredibly close. So it's not a reverse curl movement. You're flicking your wrists under the bar on the way up, and then flicking your wrists over the bar on the way down. Right, let's speed it up. So get a few reps, you've got 15 seconds. 15 seconds. So we're going to move that bar a little bit quicker. You might get your heart rate elevated a touch by increasing the speed. And then from here, you're going to go back into deadlifts. So down to knees and back up. Down to knees and back up. We are flying through these. Hitting the whole body in short little snips. If you're doing this workout for the first time and you're thinking, I could have gone heavier, that's good. It means next time when you repeat it, you set your benchmark and you know what you've got to do to get more results out of it. If that means by going a touch heavier, great. Right, bar down, quick shake out. Quick transition coming. We're going into tricep training next. So nice simple tricep training. All I want you to do, you'll start off nice and slow, tricep overhead extensions. So bringing that plate down to the back of the neck, slowly extending overhead. So slow controlled tempos. Again, what we're going to do, we're going to slow it down, we're going to do a slow bottom half pulse at the bottom. So slow bottom, and extend from there. Slow pull to the bottom, and extend from there. Good, so you're feeling that elbows need to stay really tight and pinned in. Really squeeze and focus. Abdominals locked in, knees soft. From there, you're going to stay down, of course. Stay down. Stay down, of course, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you've got a bar, you can do tricep extensions, also known as skull crushers, so take a lie down. If you haven't, tricep press-ups are fine. So from here, narrow grip on the bar, squeeze your elbows in tight, take the bar towards the forehead and extend towards the ceiling. So take the bar towards the forehead, don't let it rest on your forehead, and then extend to the ceiling. Control movement. Keep those wrists straight, so keep them in line with the forearm. And then we're going to do a drop hold. So drop hold, don't rest it on your forehead, extend to the top. That should put a big old load in those triceps. This is where the control comes in. And as the arms fatigue, it's getting a little bit more difficult, right? Good, control it. We've got one more of those. And then we're going to go for tricep press. So from here, just bring the elbows down towards the rib cage so it glides. Elbows glide that shirt, and the bar's travelling towards the lower ribs. Good, just going to pump the last few out. So stay down and pulse. Stay down and pulse. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and recover. So, lose that bar. Tell you, we're flying, aren't we? Get a little bit of water on board if you want to. So, what comes after triceps? Biceps. With the biceps, we're going to use plates. Again, if you haven't got plates or dumbbells or kettlebells, you can stick with the bar. We're going to work a series of movements with the dumbbells, plates. Start off with a standard bicep curl. So all you're going to do, plates face each other at the bottom, and then plates turn to face chest at the top. It's technical wording, it's supination. But don't worry about that. As long as you've got the technique right, it doesn't really matter what the fancy words are. If you are interested, obviously, there's a word to Google. So elbows don't come away from the body. Keep them nice and tight tucked in. Get those shoulders back and down, and then from here, stop at the mid-range point. So stop and hold, and then top and hold. Stop and hold, relax at the bottom. So you've got that little pause. So halfway and hold, top hold, halfway hold, release. The isometric holds make your muscles contract even more so because they're making them stabilise. They're fixing them in place, and they're having to fire hold that fixed position. That's good. Starting to burn now. Now, from here, we're going to bring the pulses in, haven't we? So, mid-range pulse, stick at the halfway point, little inch movements, Nice and controlled. Nice and controlled, well done. Feeling that burn, right? And then from there, slow bicep curls, slow. If your arms are fatigued, this will be miserable, but in a good way, because it's showing you that you've worked your arms hard. But once again, if you're thinking, oh, this is quite pleasant, then what you need to do when you repeat the workout, you need to go heavier next time. Easy does it. You've got 30 seconds. Stay with the slows. 30 seconds. Now just be aware that it's not always about how heavy you train. It's about getting the technique right and the control over it. So if you're using momentum, then you tend to, it's more dynamic with the way that you're using and moving the weights. If you're moving it slow and controlled, with time and attention, that's how you're going to produce your tone. Right, recover. Give it a shake out. Nice job, guys. Right, we're hitting shoulders. So shoulders is what we're going to hit next. Now, we're going to do a couple of moves for shoulder training. Again, you can go with plates if you want to begin with. All I want you to do, nice and easy, take your overhand grip of the bar or the plates, whatever you're going to do, and you're going to do some front raises. So set the shoulders up, back and down. Bring the plates to more or less in line with the chest, and then back out from there. So nice and controlled, smooth movements. Again, we're not using momentum, so your core needs to be locked in, your feet directly under your hips, slightly soft knees, and you're using that pure strength you've got, pure strength. From here, set the arms to 90 degrees, side raise, so side raise. We go shoulder height, no higher, so just in line and then back down from there. So you've got 90 degrees on your elbows, holding those plates out in that fixed position, and squeeze your shoulders together. Squeeze them so everything's lifted and pulled back. Nice job, guys. Good, you've got another 30 seconds, so we're going to change the shoulder base move. How's that feeling? Lovely. Come on, 20 seconds. This is good. If they get into that point where they're really starting to bite, great. 15. Now with the rotator cuffs, because this one's going to be working those, and you can feel your triceps engaged as well. Don't overload, don't go too heavy. Right, from here, plates face the front, work the thighs. What we're going to do upright row. So you're going to keep your elbows higher than the plates. Bring the plates or bar to chest height. Plates or bar to chest height. Now, can you feel other muscles working at the same time? I'm feeling my triceps right now. I don't know about you, as well as my shoulders. Good. Squeeze. You've got 30 seconds. Then we're going to hit some lunges. We are going through all of this. More legs. Come on, almost there. Very limited time on the recovery, isn't it? 30 minutes, you can get a whole body weight-based workout in if you structure it. And you guys have got a lot of knowledge, I reckon, and if not, put some comments in, try and get some ideas, so share some ideas. Right, lose the plates. You can either go body weight or you can go back to the bar. You choose. So set the bar. From here, nice long lunge backwards on one leg. Make sure when you drop into that lunge, you've got a 90-degree bend on your front knee, and you've got that 90-degree bend on the back knee. We're just going to start off with the range. So nice and controlled, dropping into that back knee, hips remain square to the front, and the elbows driven underneath the bar. I know there's a lot to think about, guys, but technique is so important. One, to prevent injury, and two, so when you are training, you're building a really good, strong, positive muscle memory, which will allow you to maximise your results, because you'll be able to train a little bit heavier the stronger you get without causing problems. Change legs. So change legs. Nice long stride back. So from the front position, you should see that my hips don't twist, I'm looking straight ahead. Those elbows remain under the bar, and my chest remains lifted. And I'm dropping into that lunge. Now we're going to go, one of my favourite moves. If you've been doing a few workouts with me, you probably can guess what happens next. It's not plank, I'll get there, don't you worry. It's a curtsy squat. So with a curtsy squat or a curtsy lunge, take one leg behind the other, keep the hips facing forward, and stay with that leg jammed behind, just offset. This one really hits the glute, as well as the quad and the inner thigh. And that's probably why I'm suffering right now. Ooh. Drive out of that front heel, and the heel on the back foot should remain lifted off the ground. Come on, you got this. Nice movement, smooth, Smooth movements. You've got 10 seconds and we're changing legs. 3, 2, don't want to shake out, and then change. So you ready? Go for it. Spot on. Again, if you're struggling with this movement, you can stick with the lunge, that's no problem, or just stick with the front squat. You can either go wide, mid-stance or wider, you choose. Not many left here though, guys. You've got 20 seconds, then we're going to hit the floor and finish with a little bit of core, and then job's good in. Train everything, pretty much. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, chill out. Well done. So give yourself a second. Take the quad stretch if you need it. Knees together. Get that balance. And then change legs. Last finisher. Core and then it's over. 30 minutes. Top to bottom. Trained. Good start, right? So, we're going to incorporate a little bit more of the whole body in this core. So we're going to hit that plank position. Get ready to plank. Take the high plank, so hands directly underneath the shoulders. You can do this on your knees or toes, no problem. But brace your core really tight. Nice and tight, lock it in. And then what we're going to do, we're going to incorporate some salutes. So it's going to hit the shoulders even more so, because we're going to go from 4 points of contact on the floor. So that's 2 hands and 2 sets of toes, or 2 hands and 2 sets of knees. Well, a set of knees, not 2 sets. Feet go wide, and what you're going to do is you're going to slowly tap opposite shoulder. Now I take my feet wide, so I end up in that tripod position. So I make sure I centralise on one hand, and my other hand slowly taps my opposite shoulder. If you've got that hand centered, then you'll find that you won't get the rotation through your hips that a lot of people will end up twisting. You don't want to twist. From here, we're going to change it to a side plank position. So don't take your feet too narrow, they can stay a tad wide. And what you're going to do is you're going to reach up to the ceiling and then back down again. Same side. So reach up to the ceiling, it's going to hit your triceps, as well as obviously working your core. And then what you're going to do, opposite. So apologies, I'm turning my back on you. So opposite. Again, you can do this move off your knees. So I'm getting that rotation through my body, so as well as hitting my tricep, getting a little bit of release as well. Hold the high plank. Stay in high plank. Come on, you can do this. You're doing so well. Breathe through it. Remember, drop to your knees if you need to at any given point. So from here, take your feet narrow again. And what you're going to do is you're going to slowly run with one hand. So take a centered hand, and all you're going to do is just bring your elbow up and let it glide, change sides. Up and let it glide. So up, let it glide. Rubbing past the side of my shirt, keeping it nice and tight. It's a real big challenge. Now make sure when you put your hand down, you don't put your hand further in front of you. It stays underneath your shoulders. Hold plank, hold plank. Come on, you're almost there. You've got 1 minute and 45. Are we going to do all of it in plank? We'll find out, won't we? Take your feet wide again. Take your feet wide again. And all you're going to do from here, push so you stand up nice and tall. Get inchworm. And then come all the way down. When you get down, perform one press up. And then push all the way back up. So you've got your inchworm move. It's a little bit out of the shoulders, isn't it? So, when you go into that press up position, hands just outside of shoulder distance. Try and drop your chin. Try and drop your chest to more or less in line with your elbow crease. You've got 1 minute. 1 minute. Come on, the whole body has just been worked. And then again, it'll be interesting to hear the feedback. Did you find that you undersold yourself and you think that if or when you repeat your workout, you'll be going heavier? What challenged you or what will challenge you in the future? These workouts are good as a measure. So the measure is you lay down your marker today, make a note of what weights you've used or what techniques you've managed to perform, and then next time you repeat it, you know what you should definitely be putting on your bar or what you should definitely be able to achieve, and then maybe go a little bit heavier. 3, 2, 1, job done. Team, top effort, good training today. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, you know the rule. Any feedback, positive, negative or indifferent, pop it in the comments below, and hopefully you're all fit and healthy and safe and you've enjoyed a 30-minute full body strength and conditioning workout with me. I've been Heather and you've been you, so spot on guys, enjoy it, stay safe.